Tonight, General Motors faces a crisis, not from nature but from new U.S. tariffs shaking the auto industry. These tariffs, meant to protect American manufacturing, are instead driving up costs and threatening the future of electric vehicles. GM is staring down an extra $5 billion in expenses this year alone, a blow that could halt production lines and jeopardize jobs. The impact ripples through every part of the industry, from small suppliers to massive assembly plants as tariffs hit steel, aluminum, and crucial electronics. The dream of affordable electric cars is now at risk, with communities bracing for layoffs and uncertainty. The question: can the American auto industry survive this economic storm, or is a major downturn inevitable? The stakes have never been higher for workers, families, and the future of American innovation. General Motors is reeling from a projected $4.5 billion surge in costs for 2025, all due to new tariffs. The company has slashed its profit forecasts, with expected earnings dropping by billions, directly impacting shareholders and employees alike. Wall Street is uneasy, but the real pain is felt on the factory floor, where hiring freezes, reduced hours, and potential layoffs loom. Every dollar lost to tariffs means less investment in jobs, research, and the next generation of vehicles. For GM's workforce, these policies aren't just numbers, they're a threat to job security and family stability. The financial shockwaves are forcing GM to make tough choices, with workers and communities caught in the crossfire. Trade policy is no longer an abstract debate, it's reshaping lives across the country. Up to 50,000 jobs across North America are now at risk, as GM and industry analysts warn of a looming employment crisis. Plants in Michigan, Ontario, and even South Korea are feeling the strain, with production slowdowns and uncertainty spreading. The global supply chain is tightly woven. When one link falters, entire communities suffer. Local businesses, schools, and public services all feel the impact when auto jobs disappear. GM's efforts to shift production and mitigate losses may not be enough to prevent widespread disruption. For thousands of workers, the future is a waiting game, hoping their livelihoods won't be casualties of a trade war. The human cost of these tariffs is real, immediate, and deeply personal. The industry's delicate balance is now under threat like never before. GM's bold push into electric vehicles is now in jeopardy, as tariffs drive up the cost of critical components like batteries and microchips. The Ultium battery platform, once the heart of GM's EV revolution, faces soaring expenses that threaten affordability and mass adoption. Higher costs mean higher prices for consumers or slimmer margins for automakers. Either way, the EV dream is slipping further out of reach. Tariffs disrupt the global supply chain, making it harder for GM to compete and slowing the shift to cleaner transportation. Even as GM pledges to boost U.S. production, many essential parts are sourced globally, creating a costly dilemma. The push for domestic manufacturing now clashes with the economic realities of a global industry. The fight against climate change and the promise of affordable EVs are both at risk. GM and the entire sector must now navigate a new, more expensive road to the future. The tariff crisis isn't just GM's problem, it's a warning shot for the entire auto industry. Thousands of suppliers, from electronics to metal parts, are under threat as rising costs ripple through the supply chain. Instead of protecting American jobs, tariffs risk making U.S. manufacturing less competitive and more expensive. Vehicle prices are set to rise, sales could fall, and even industry giants like Ford and Stellantis are bracing for turbulence. Recent sales spikes may be temporary, as consumers rush to buy before prices climb higher. The path of protectionism is proving unpredictable, with unintended consequences for workers, businesses, and the economy. The auto sector now faces a period of uncertainty, as the true cost of these tariffs comes into focus.